What's going on, guys? It's about 73 degrees out here, 23 degrees Celsius. I haven't used my A4-P in a minute. A viewer wanted to see it a little bit more, so here you go. I'm going to, I was going to use my air tank and stuff, but I'm going to go bypass that because I want to actually get some chrono readings on normal 12 gram CO2s. I just have one in here. I already have it pressurized. I already have rounds in here, and yeah, I'm just using Crosman carts. Here you go. So it's already pressurized. It's already in there. Gotta throw this little wrench right here and put this back. I have this normal steel BBs in here. I think they're Boomerex brand or Daisy brand, one of the two. But yeah, in case you guys haven't seen my previous videos, I put a stock on here. I wanted to have some sort of indicator on my selector switch, so I just kind of scratched that with I think a flathead screwdriver or something. But I am going to put paint on there because before it was just glossy black and you couldn't see what fire mode it was on from the right side. So that's kind of cool. I picked that up off of another guy's channel. Same with the stock thing. I'll plug his videos in the description. I can't remember his name offhand, but he made the video like a year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago. But yeah, I'm just using normal BBs. Got my chronograph, and this is a 25 round magazine. And yeah, I'm gonna get on it right now. After I get a few chronograph shots, maybe like one magazine worth, I'll just put on full auto and waste this CO2. So I got to charge this. It has a charge handle on it, just like a normal kind of a rifle or a paintball marker. Some of them have those. So this is charged now. Magazine's in. So yeah, it's good to go now. So let me just fix this. All right, so chronograph A4-P on normal 12 gram CO2. It doesn't matter if you put 2 in there, you just get more shots. I'm gonna turn on my green dot sight really quick. All right, and first shot, 400. That's pretty good. 394. It's not bad for a short barrel, but I mean, most BB guns, BB rifles will shoot about 400 most of the time. 400. 394. 388. 392. This is all stock too. I haven't done anything internally to this. I think that if you change things around a little bit too much with these BB rifles, the internals are kind of like cheap metal, so you end up breaking stuff, and they don't sell parts for it as far as I know. So you have to contact Crosman and ask them if they have replacement parts or if you can buy them or something. Hasn't happened to me, so I don't know. I'm not speaking from first-hand experience there. 376. 378. 362. So yeah, it's just steadily dropping. Let me put this up right here. Out of rounds. So obviously to load this, you have to pull this spring down to bring down the follower guide, and then put the follower guide in this little notch on the magazine. And then you can load in BBs either one at a time, or if you have one of those little like BB canisters with the dispenser thingy on it. I got this speed loader from my Crosman DPMS SBR. It came in the box with it, so you just tap this and it pushes BBs down into the mag. And I usually end up with like 1 or 2 extra that don't want to go in here, so I took them out in my hand and you just push this guide back, and it puts pressure on the BBs and it forces them up. In the event that you forget to do that and you start pushing BBs straight into the mag, you're going to get a BB stuck in the spring, and you have to remove that, or you won't be able to pull that follower guide thing down, because the BB will be in the path of the spring. It's a pretty tight fit. I have a video on how to remove that spring, or remove the BB from the spring, in case you do that, or you let someone use it that's not familiar with it and they end up getting a ball stuck in there. It's easy to fix, because yeah, it's a $60 magazine, so you would want to get that fixed unless you just have a lot of money and you don't care. 352, so pretty weak. I'm just gonna do a full auto on this B right here. Alright, I reloaded it with the speed loader. It took like 5 seconds. It's charged again. I'll do a chrono with the auto fire and see what it reads. It said 16 because that means it's getting 16 balls a second. I did it off the trigger because I wasn't sure if I was aiming correctly. So I'm just gonna mag dump this. Out of rounds. All right, you guys, the R1 is reloaded. This will probably be the last magazine with that one CO2, because I usually get about 100 shots on a CO2, and there's 25 in a mag. So this will be, you know, shot 76 through 100, and I'll just do some chronos on these just to see what it's doing. 284. So yeah, power's pretty low now. 270. 278. 264, 250, 260, 258, 248, 250. So yeah, it's pretty weak right now. So I'm just gonna take it out and see if I could hit something. Too bad the sun's facing that. Maybe I can get a better angle. So I'm not sure, 15 or 20 feet away from that stump on the ground. I'll just full auto whatever's left. Out of shots. Alright, you guys, same CO2, so I don't think I'm going to get much speed out of these, but I'll see what it does. If it does anything, I'm just going to semi-auto, single shot, one at a time. See if I could even fire anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see him dropping. Yeah, it's pretty much out. Alright, you guys, I'm out of gas. So that one got a little bit more than 100 shots. Not that much more. Before I put CO2 in here, I put a drop of oil on the seal itself instead of the tip. Doesn't matter. There's no wrong way to do it. So you do need to put some oil on that green urethane seal. This says first on the magazine, so you put a CO2 on the left side first. If you put one on the right side and puncture it, you'll just leak it all out. So yeah, always do the left side of this first, this one. And yeah, other than that, it's pretty low maintenance. I could do like a maintenance video on it. I was looking for my instruction manual for this. May have thrown it away, I'm not sure, or if maybe it didn't have one. I'm pretty sure I had one, I just can't find the manual. But my Crosman DPMS, which is basically just a bigger version of this, this trigger and bolt assembly and spring and everything in here is pretty much exactly the same. It has a little illustrated guide on how to maintenance it. It's pretty basic. You just pop this, there's a firing pin, or not a firing pin, there's a pin that connects the lower and the upper, and you can push it out. It's kind of hard the first time. Second time it gets easier. Push it out. It doesn't come out all the way. It just kind of rests in the hinge, and you can open it up. And I usually put some grease and oil on this trigger, the sear and stuff. You could probably spray the inside of the buffer tube with some silicone spray if you have any. And the main parts you have to oil is on the upper. I usually put oil and grease on these, and there's a seal. There's a seal down here, and that's where the magazine and the BBs kind of collide, I guess you could say. Trying to get a good angle on it. Let me turn on my light, maybe that'll help. So that black thing in the middle of the screen, I put a drop of silicone oil on that and just rub my finger on it just to keep it kind of moist. You probably have to do that like once every couple of months. You don't have to do that very often. And then in here, this would be easier if I was sitting down at a table or something. I'm obviously not sitting down at a table, but there's a get it out of here. All right, I think you can pull the whole charge handle out. Just be careful with it, put it back the correct way. But there is a urethane seal right there, and you need to oil that. And I just oil the whole thing to keep everything from having friction and getting messed up and stuff. But yeah, like I said, this thing is this all feels like zinc or magnesium or something. It's not the greatest material to be expecting it to last a super long time, just because of the nature of that metal. It's not super hard, it's kind of soft, and it'll chip and crack kind of easily. So there is some parts you need to oil and grease in here. It's not that complicated. And there's a pin in the front too. I don't think it'll come out, but the guy I mentioned earlier, where he told you how to put a stock on, and he does this little notch mod like how I did, where you can see your selector switch on both sides. He does something to this front pin where you can pull the whole thing out or something like that. He does something, I forgot what he does, and he puts like a different muzzle brake on the front, and does some stuff with the barrel to kind of keep it stabilized, because if you change this out, the barrel kind of moves around a little bit based on whatever muzzle tip you're using. I just keep mine stock. I don't have a bunch of parts for this, nor do I have the knowledge to know what to order and stuff like that. And this stock was from a paintball marker. So this buffer tube is just a normal Milsim buffer tube shaped like that. And if you have any stock that can fit this shape, you're in business. All you have to do is remove the old plastic one out. I need to paint this still, so I'm going to take this apart, pull this off, and then paint this with spray paint. So yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll try to link those other YouTube channels that made mods and stuff for this. Rumble Canada is also a really good channel to watch, where he actually does like power mods to this, but he does warn you that, you know, doing that causes issues down the line. So it's up to you if you want to try that stuff or not. You're gonna get probably 50 to 100 feet per second faster shots, but at the cost of some of your internals breaking. And I have seen some people 3D print some of these parts that break, but I don't know how to get a hold of them or anything like that. Most of that stuff I find is like on Reddit and stuff. So you guys have a good one, and I'll see you next time.